Hi, this is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home, and I often talk about building in steps and stages because it makes it more affordable. You can cash flow some of it. You don't have to put a lot of loan or debt in order to get things done when you do them in stages. Here's a perfect example. I did a video, oh gads, it must have been 2 years ago, where I was talking about a bump out with a purpose. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if I knew I was going to build a porch here in the future, but I wasn't going to build it with the original building, then I'd want to prepare my upper ledger board with the quick ability to attach to the building. So what we did is, before the stucco was even applied to this building, we put in the flashing, the top end wall flashing, which is what you see at the very top of the ridge of this building. That flashing was put in before the stucco was applied. Then on just below that, we put in a ledger board. And now you can't see this ledger board, but it's buried just below that, and we lagged it right into all the stud work of the entire building. And then we just stuccoed right over that. So what does that afford? That simple thing didn't even look like, you couldn't even see it when it was all finished. We installed this porch addition, but the neat thing is it was a quick attachment. I didn't have to dig into the stucco. I didn't have to tear anything out. We just put a secondary ledger board, and it was actually drilled right into that other ledger board, which is all the way into the stud work. This here goes right over the stucco. So that 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch of stucco that's barely surfaced over that first ledger board we put on, you couldn't even see that. This was a quick, easy attachment. And the neat thing is we designed it in such a way so that the OSB, the sheeting, was able to tuck right underneath that flashing. So I have a gap of about a 1/2 inch between the flashing at the top and the top of the OSB, or not the top of the OSB, but the top of the ledger board, so the OSB can slide right underneath there. I planned it out so that it was easy to install. Now this requires a couple things. It has to require a knowledge of stucco application, the framing application, and if you kind of know those things, the flow of things and how things are installed, then you can plan and do things in stages. This is a really good example of that. This here was, about $3,000-4,000 total to do, but that was a budget we didn't have originally, but now we do have that. This is what I love to do, is to build in stages so you can cash flow it, not have to go to the bank and say, I need more money for all of it, because you don't need to do it all. You can do it in stages. This is Keith Kelch with How to Build Your Own Home. Just a real quick tip on building in stages.